Information is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
From Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman, we've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like that?
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning, Cayman, and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, as we put the spotlight on our first segment this morning and hear all about Cayman Arts Festival, that we'll be using the acronym quite often, CAF, and we're going to hear all about their upcoming events. We would like to welcome Mr. Marius Gaina, who's the Executive Director of Cayman Arts Festival. It's a pleasure to have you back with us. I can't believe a year has passed already.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to have the opportunity to speak about Cayman Arts Festival.
It is a pleasure to have you back, and the Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by GreenTurtle.ky and Cayman Medical Supplies. Without further ado, Mr. Gaina, can you please share with us some background information on Cayman Arts Festival and how many years it has been taking place here in Grand Cayman?
We are here for about 15 years. And I like to say I was not able to find another entity. I think we might be the only one in the entire Caribbean with such continuity and consistency in the type of music that we promote.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about the key component of Cayman Arts Festival as it pertains to the education side of things and how the youth has benefited over the years since its inception.
As you might know, Cayman Arts Festival has two sides. One is entertainment and the other one is education. Both of them, they work together because what we produce in the entertainment part, we put into the educational program. Mm-hmm. And we have master classes for students. We have free events for them. We invite them to attend events if they are with tickets. Exposure for some of them now with the after-school program. We have a lot of talented students that they like to be on stage, and we promote them. And also we have a large, as I was mentioning, a large after-school program with probably 100, 150 students involved.
Excellent. So it continues to grow more and more. You're finding kids have an interest.
The students receive tuition and also instruments for free.
Okay. What are the main goals of the Cayman Art Festival, and what emphasis do you place on music education?
We like to say that we entertain, we inspire, and educate through the programs that we have. And I take this one from one of our performers that was here. We like to make people to appreciate the music. We like to see how the music looks like and what benefits you can take from music. And I think we do quite well because we have most of our events are sold out, and also our master classes. I have persons calling us now knowing that we have master classes to bring their children.
Excellent.
So it should be fine so far.
In your humble opinion, what is the importance of the arts to any society? How it can pull us together?
This is a tough one. With my humble opinion, I think arts define the culture. A society has to build up on culture. We had Heroes Day yesterday. I heard a lot of time talking about heritage. Art is part of this. If you don't have it, you cannot define this society.
Right. You're quite right. What have been some past Cayman Art Festival successful productions?
When we started in 2004, we had just the festival, and slowly we start adding more events. And I will talk the one that start happening in the past 1-2 years. We have a brand new production called Music at the Library, We have a piano that is we have in the public library now. So monthly we have events there where local performers come and have 1 hour concerts. We had in the past. This was recently, last year it was the royal wedding, if you remember.
Yes.
Harry and Meghan. And at the end, it was a young cellist performing there, Sheku Kanek Mason.
Yes.
Well, Sheku Kanek Mason performed 3 months before in Cayman. He was here for master classes and a concert. Like him, we had Catherine Finch, the former harpist of the royal family, 2 years before.
Nice.
And also the festival and the piano concerts that we usually have twice per year.
So let's put the focus on several events that will be taking place in February. Tell us about each of them and what can we expect?
February for us means the Cayman Arts Festival. In the even years, we have 2 weeks of events. In the odd years, we have 1 week of events. And this year, we usually have just 2 events, but we added 1 more. So we have 3 events where people can come and buy tickets. You know, they're the regular way of doing events. We will start on February 5th with the opening reception, followed immediately by a concert called Sips and Sounds with the Island Brass Quintet. So I said it's Tuesday, February 5th, 6 p.m. at the Westin Hotel Ballroom. The Thursday that is coming, February 7th, we have a flautist from London, Nick Cartledge. He will perform with our artistic director, Glenn Inanga, and another flautist from here, Elizabeth Malkin. And on Saturday, we have the cabaret, New York Cabaret night with performers that they've been last year. They are different performers now,
right,
but under the same umbrella, and they will have a concert from 6:30 at Marriott Hotel Ballroom. The flute recital will be at Camana Bay Cinema. These are with tickets. We have also events that they go the entire month where we try to expose our kids. Most of the time we have we just open the concerts with our students, but we start thinking that they have enough material now and they have enough experience to have their own concerts.
Right.
So we will expose them in 1 concert. It will be in conjunction with another after-school program, Jubilate, and it will be on Friday, February 8th, 6 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Cayman Islands Baptist Church on Pedro Castle Road. No tickets for this. Is no tickets required for this.
So most of the events that take place are free, correct?
No.
Okay. I just want to...
We have the events that we... we talk about the business buzz here, yes?
Of course.
We are a non-profit organization. The money that we make in the events, we put them in the after-school program. So with the exception of the event on Friday, the other ones, there are with tickets.
There are tickets. How can persons get access to these tickets? Is there a website?
Yes. We sell tickets only online on our website, CaymanArtsFestival.com. Under the events section, you can find everything there. You just click, and there are not hidden fees. There are nothing. It's just you just buy the ticket.
You're in tune to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, as we put the spotlight this morning on our first guest, Cayman Arts Festival, and hearing the upcoming events and everything that happens throughout the calendar year. From the inaugural festival in 2004, the Cayman Arts Festival has produced Cayman's biggest and most influential performing arts event right here on island. With your support and passion, the Cayman Arts Festival will continue to bring world-class performers to delight Cayman's audience and educate our youth. Stay tuned for more of the Business Buzz when we come back.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the historical vignette series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas. Ursel Clarice Connor, 1891-1982. Ursel Clarice Connor of Bodden Town was the second Caymanian woman to be trained as a teacher at Shortwood College in Jamaica, under the auspices of the Presbyterian Church. In Jamaica, she held the position of matron at Shortwood College, governess to the daughters of Governor Sir John Huggins, headmistress of Wortley Home, matron at Monroe College, and teacher at Brown's Town School for the Deaf and Dumb. Here in the Cayman Islands, she taught at Spots Bay for many years. She was also founding headmistress of Cayman Prep School and taught at Government School in Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac. In retirement, she privately tutored quite a few children. She was an active member of the Presbyterian Church.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
When you need stability, think Business of the Year.
Considering a new career opportunity, think Best Place to Work.
When dependability matters, think Outstanding Workforce.
In need of a reliable financial partner, think Bank of the Year.
When you seek excellence, think Cayman National.
No matter how many accomplishments we achieve, we always set the bar higher. That's why we are the most awarded bank in Cayman, and we are proud to be your
2018 Bank of the Year.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
You may have heard of them by now. GreenTurtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs. Whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one, it's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, GreenTurtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. GreenTurtle.ky. They get there first.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz and keeping the spotlight on Cayman Arts Festival. Originally formed as a 3-day festival, Cayman Arts Festival has evolved into an organization that produces monthly events that bring cultural experience to the Cayman Islands and support their educational programs for young people. All proceeds from the Cayman Arts Festival events fund their youth education programs, which provides musical instruments to children, organizes workshops with visiting artists, and coordinates musical lessons at local schools. I am pleased to have joining me back in studio this morning Executive Director of Cayman Arts Festival, Mr. Marius Gaina, telling us more. It's a pleasure to have you back. Now, let's go straight into the after-school programs with the primary schools. Mr. Gaina, what has your organization been doing in reference to working with the primary schools across the Cayman Islands?
We work probably 99.9% with governmental schools. Mm-hmm. We don't have students from outside of these schools. We started 4 or 5 years ago, and at this moment we provide tuition for string instruments, for brass instruments, woodwind instruments. We have a jazz quartet, a strings quartet. We have piano lessons for some of the students, cello lessons, trumpet lessons. I mean, we try to cover as much as possible, and we will not stop.
Right.
We are so proud of this. I think, in my opinion, the after-school program, the educational side that we are talking, start putting into the shade the entertainment one, and to be honest, I like that. I think this is what we wanted to achieve. And also we have every year we send one. We started last year 2 students to a music camp in New York for about a month. And we have extraordinary results with the students that went there. We can talk a bit later if you want.
Sure, of course, because that's what stood out in my mind. As a matter of fact, why not, since we're on the topic? The last time you were here, there was a young lady, I think, going to New York.
Yes, it's related actually with one of the events. The performers that they come from New York, some of them they are voice coaches, and their master classes specialize in this, and they ask us to have 10 students with good voices, and among them they identify Jade and Hannah. They ask her to perform with them on stage following day when they have the concert, and they invited her to New York. She performed in October and at the Lincoln Center. I don't know how many times. Yes, and I have the video with her performance, and it was huge. It was great.
Wow! Again, this is exposing our students and our local talent to be among some of the most influential performing artists. It's amazing, and I know this could not be possible without sponsorship.
Oh yes, every year we have our sponsors that they come and support us for the festival and for the after school program. For the festival this year, we have Butterfield, we have Walkers, we have Island Heritage, we have Radio Cayman, we have CIBC Bank and Trust Company, we have Cayman National, we have Foster's, we have High Impact Media. Thank you so much. Without them, this event will not be possible.
How have you seen the students embrace this opportunity that normally you would have to pay thousands of? Do they even understand the path that it puts them on?
I think so. I mean, at least they will, as I mentioned, they appreciate the music. Okay. They appreciate what they do. But there are some that they go, how do you say, beyond the Call of Duty. And I'll give you just one example. It's a student at John Gray. We have the headquarters at John Gray, let's say. Most of our master classes, most of our after-school programs run at John Gray High School. And one of the students there have been twice to this music camp in New York. 2 years ago in the junior section, last year in the senior section. Well, this year... No, I'm sorry. In December last year, I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
He auditioned and passed this in England at one of the top 3 schools, high school music in UK. It's called Wells Cathedral School, and he's from John Gray, 15 or 16 years old. He will be enrolled from September in that school, and this is talent and a lot of hard work. And his name is Dequan Smith.
Excellent. We got to follow him. Now, can persons follow these students on a website, understanding the big role that social media plays now?
I'm sorry.
Your organization, do you have a Facebook page?
Yes,
that
we have
can
Facebook
follow
page.
These children as they
most
evolve?
Of the stories that are there on Facebook page. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have our website. We try to be as much as we can onto the market. It might be one of our liabilities where sometimes we need help, is the promoting, to tell the stories.
Yes.
If someone that likes to write this type of stories, more than happy to work with them.
Which I think now is an appropriate time to ask about volunteers, because pretty much you're the engine, the pulse of getting this all together. But we understand with NPOs, a nonprofit organization, how important it is to have as many hands on deck as possible. How can persons volunteer their time? Doesn't have to be that you have to be instrumentally inclined, musically inclined.
I'm not musically inclined.
There we go. But, I mean, your skills to put this all together, how can persons reach out to you?
It's simple. You just call me at 922-5550, or you just go to our website. We have an email there, inquiries@caymanartsfestival.com, and you just say, I want to help you in this particular aspect. And we have a small group of people very dedicated. I like to say that we work more with heart rather than brain here. So I don't know when we will have this heart attack, but we need more people to come on board.
It's coming from a good place. You'll be around for a very long time, and it's music. Remember that.
Thank you.
Average, how much hours of practice does it take to prepare students for any event you host?
Not being a musician, it's hard to say, but from what I saw, we started 4 or 5 years ago from scratch with the students that we now send them to New York or England. They have practice every day. Some of them more often they like to have to spend hours per day. We offer them 1 hour and a half each day, but I know from their teachers that they like to practice more. Some of them, we have this opportunity at the end of this February, they go to Cuba. 20 of them, they will have some master classes there with some Cuban musicians.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about some of the main events that you put on yearly by Cayman Arts Festival. Like the main ones.
The main one is the festival.
Okay.
We start adding next to how to say, most of the performers, they know that February is the month when they can come to Cayman, but not all of them that are available in February. So we didn't want to become prisoners of just a month, and we expand. We said, let's open the entire year. When we can bring them, we try to bring them.
Correct.
It's not easy. We have to find all the time sponsors, and it's a fight to find them. But we had success. So we had now 2 piano concerts per year. We have music at the library, which is monthly. We have a one-off event, usually somewhere in November. And I think at this moment we kind of covered the entire year with events. I want to say monthly now, because we have music at the library, which is every month. We will not stop over the summer.
Let's talk a little bit about the sponsorship opportunities. How flexible are your sponsorship packages? And talk about the benefits of those companies who may wish to get on board with Cayman Art Festival events.
Without sponsors, it's impossible to do these things at this moment. And we have packages that we send to local companies here for different levels of sponsorship. But we are in this industry. You really have to be flexible. If a sponsor wants a bit more, it's fine. And it's not about just an event that we have in February. We like to have a sponsor. For example, we offer some of our students to go to perform of some of their clients' meetings. We have discount tickets over the year with them, with certain companies. We have our piano now that someone donated, and we offer this piano for certain events if necessary to some of our sponsors. I mean, it's not open to rental.
Right.
Yeah. So we try to please everybody, because it's a way of working here. You cannot be stiff saying that this is all we can do. They want more tickets. Okay, you get more tickets. You want more exposure. You can get that one, because we know that in exchange we can put together these events.
Excellent.
Or for the after-school program,
right.
We have money to buy instruments to give to the students.
Now, we understand that funding for the Cayman Arts Festival is based primarily on ticket sales and sponsorship. So people often underestimate how much is involved in planning and organizing events such as this. Tell us more about what it takes to bring it all together, and we're looking more at the business side of the festivals.
Oh, it's...
You're exhausted already.
A bit. But we at this moment, I can say that I'm already working for 2020. 2019, it's almost done. I mean, I have in place enough events to focus on 2020, and it's a lot. It's a lot of work, because you have to, first of all, it's not just me. We have artistic directors that they decide where we go from an artistic perspective. So they find the artist. After we do that, we negotiate with them. sign contracts. This is, how to say, the outside part, what happening outside of Cayman, let's say, where we try to find this
sourcing
these performers. Most of the time we look for emerging artists that they are not yet blossomed. Because when they do that, we cannot afford to bring them here.
Exactly.
And we gave the example of Sheku Kanek Mason. We cannot bring him here now after that
the
royal
wedding.
Yes. We had another child here a few years ago, Joy Alexander. He performed at Grammys a few days before coming to Cayman. We tried to bring him again. His fee is 5 times more at this moment.
Wow.
So it's not easy to find people to come here.
What happened to goodwill? Understanding who were there before he scored the goal.
It's
nature of the beast.
As I said, this was not my field a few years ago. Now I'm swimming in a very different
environment altogether.
Yeah, this is just to find the performers, and then here you have to find venues. I have to say, Cayman is not very friendly in finding venues. There are not too many art centers or something where we can find. We have to negotiate with hotels, and for them we're talking about business. They want money.
Exactly.
They don't look at you as a non-profit organization. They look at you. You pay, you come. You don't. You have to go. So the next step is to go to churches. Some of the churches might not like the events that we bring. You cannot go the cabaret event to a church, and so on. So all of this come together. It's a whole package that you have to manage smoothly in a
short
one year.
Time,
much. 1 year is not too much.
Right.
1 year is not too much because, as I mentioned already, it's 2020 that I'm talking
in your world.
Yeah.
Now, because of time, Mr. Kaina, can you just recap about your upcoming events for February?
Yes, we have Extra Cayman Arts Festival 2019 in February. Our event starts on February 5th. We finish on February 9th. We have events on Tuesday, February 5th at 6 p.m. at Westin Hotel Ballroom. It's called Sips and Sounds with the Island Brass Quintet. Tickets are $35 and for students $15 because we sell online and the platform is set to sell only in US dollars. We have to keep that. We can change. We have Nick Cartledge flute recital on Thursday, February 7th, 6 p.m. Camana Bay Cinema. $40 for adults and $15 for students. We have Cayman Arts Festival in Jubilate on Friday, February 8th, 6 p.m. at Cayman Islands Baptist Church. This is a free entry, no tickets required. And the last event, That's Entertainment, it's called. It's with the New York Cabaret singers. They will be here on Saturday, February 9th, and they will perform from 6:30. Marriott Hotel Ballroom tickets, US dollars 50, for students $15.
$15.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Kaina, thank you so much for allowing us to put the spotlight on Cayman Arts Festival and all the upcoming events. And again, we wish you all success.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we hope that you will be able to come to one of our events.
I will try my endeavor best. Thank you. Stay tuned for more of Radio Cayman's Business Buzz after the 8 o'clock news, sports and weather update when we will put the spotlight on City Walk.
Studio time now by Price Right is $7.59.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
Hello, I'm Joseph Woods, the Acting Port Director. Our port facility is the hub of the Cayman Islands commerce and economic activity, handling $658 million in imported goods annually. From groceries to construction materials, all sectors of our economy depend on the port. But it is now 40 years old. Its infrastructure is degrading, and we feel the strain from insufficient space for both cargo and cruise operations. The time is now. A new expanded port facility is needed to allow both cargo and cruise to operate efficiently and to support our island's continued growth and development. Support the port, support our tourism, support Cayman's continued growth and development.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
Your community, news and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Karsley Fuller. Sunday's 11th annual Mosaic Award ceremony paid tribute to three late music icons in the Cayman Islands: Melvin Augustin, Charles Gregory, and Jonathan Ebanks. Jafia Augustin accepted the award on her grandfather's behalf.
I just want to say thank you all for your support and your continued interest in the music industry and for keeping live music and local music alive.
Jonathan Ebanks' daughter Janelle encouraged us all to get our children involved in music early and reminded the audience of her late father's passion for music.
Thank you all for the opportunity to collect this on my father's behalf. It isn't very easy. I can tell you if he was here tonight, he would have played through the entire event on the back of that stage right there. He wouldn't have let his guitar stop playing. That's how he was.
The posthumous awards were part of the annual music awards organized by the Cayman Islands Music and Entertainment Association, which also recognized living legend 104-year-old Wesley Howell and a number of other talented musicians, including Josh Pearl, Andrea Rivera, and Christopher Seymour. Also at the CMEA Awards,
Radio Cayman is a station that plays all genres. And I have to say that it has always been there. It's one of our biggest supporters. And I must say that Mr. Paul Akal is well deserving of the Jazzy B Award.
Cayman Music and Entertainment President Jean-Eric Smith presenting the Jazzy B Award to Radio Cayman's own Paul Akal, who told attendees technology has improved access to local music for both listeners and artists.
I know back in the days, the musical icons had to go in the studio, cut records, cut CDs, cut cassettes. But now with technology, we could just store your music onto a USB device, which we could just take anywhere in the world. I got a few gigs coming up in Dominican Republic, also in Honduras. And it's a pleasure that I could play our local music in these other countries to promote Cayman music.
The awards night was held Sunday at the Harkwell Theater. And in other news, 4 new diving pioneers joined the ranks of the 2019 Scuba Diving Hall of Fame. Radio Cayman's Shanda Gallego has the details.
The International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame recognizes those who have contributed positively to the success of recreational scuba diving worldwide through innovation and advancements made in the areas of dive tourism, education, equipment design, dive safety, exploration, adventure, innovation, and more. As selected by the Board of Directors, the latest inductees include Jonathan Bird, Lee Selesky, Dr. Abdul Tahir, and Hussein Rashid, joining fellow esteemed dive industry pioneers who are taking the plunge to help cultivate and revolutionize the sport of scuba diving. In a press release by the Department of Tourism, Minister responsible for Tourism, Honorable Moses Kirkconnell, noted after another record-breaking 2018 for Cayman Islands tourism overall, our dive operators and partners project 2019 to be another exceptional year for the industry, which can be credited in part to the scuba diving pioneers and their historic legacies that have helped maintain our destination's reputation as the leading spot to practice the sport of recreational diving. He added, for nearly 20 years, the Cayman Islands continues to showcase some of the world's greatest dive leaders through the International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame, highlighting their achievements and innovation for the industry while allowing visitors to create long-lasting diving memories. This October, the new International Scuba Diving Hall of Fame members will be officially inducted into the 2019 Hall of Fame during an awards ceremony and dinner held in Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands. Shanda Gallego, Radio Cayman News.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC who will take us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
BBC News with David Austin. The Supreme Court in Pakistan has rejected a legal challenge to the acquittal of a Christian woman who'd been sentenced to death for blasphemy in a high-profile case. Asia Bibi spent 8 years on death row before her conviction was overturned in October. Security measures have been stepped up around the court premises and other parts of the capital, Islamabad. China says the United States is trying to smear and suppress the telecom company Huawei after America announced criminal charges against the firm and one of its executives, Meng Wanzhou. Washington accused Huawei of violating U.S. sanctions by selling equipment to Iran and of stealing robot technology from an American rival. BBC News.
Access and information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
From happy beginnings to happy ever after,
BritK protects your lifestyle with the best insurance cover at the best possible price.
Health insurance with far-reaching benefits.
95% of claims settled in 5 days.
Low-cost life insurance.
And investments.
Security in retirement.
With a custodian pension plan.
For happy beginnings and a happy ever after,
visit BritK.ky or call 949-8699.
BritK, where people come first.
At Flow, we know that 4 are better than 1. Introducing Flow Quad Play. Packed with the fastest, most reliable broadband, the power and control of Flow Evo TV, Cayman's best mobile experience, and tons of home phone minutes, all in one convenient package from only $199 a month. With 4 plans to choose from, you're sure to find one that fits your needs. It's value, ease, and convenience all on one bill with Cayman's #1 network. Find out why 4 are better than 1 with Flow Quad Play at discoverflow.ky. Terms and conditions apply.
In financial news, world markets were mixed today after the U.S. Justice Department unsealed criminal charges against China's Huawei, its subsidiaries, and a top executive ahead of trade talks in Washington. Keeping score, Germany's DAX slipped 0.1% to 11,202, and France's CAC 40 added 0.4% to 4,908. Britain's FTSE 100 rebounded 1% to 6,816. Wall Street was set for early losses. The future contract for the Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 0.3% to 24,413. S&P 500 futures lost 0.2% to 2,637. Looking at Asia's day, Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index lost 0.2% to 27,531, and the Shanghai Composite Index fell 0.1% to 2,594. Japan's Nikkei 225 index closed 0.1% higher at 20,664 after tumbling earlier in the day. The Kospi in South Korea gained 0.3% to 2,183. In energy, benchmark U.S. crude added 43 cents to $52.42 per barrel in electronic trading on the New York Mercantile Exchange. It dropped $1.70 to settle at $51.99 per barrel on Monday. Brent crude used to price international oils rose 57 cents to $60.38 per barrel. It lost $1.78 to $59.81 per barrel in London. The dollar was trading at 109.41 yen, up from 109.35 late Monday. The euro strengthened to 1.1439 from 1.1428. The British pound rose to 1.3161 from 1.3153.
What do rising geopolitical tensions mean for Cayman? How will the healthcare industry change with the emergence of a genetic revolution? With nationalism growing globally, magnified by Brexit and the U.S. Republican agenda, what are the implications for Cayman? The Cayman Economic Outlook Conference 2019 will answer these and other questions as it explores the theme, Dynamic New World, Braving the Turmoil. Be a part of the discussion on February 28th at the Kimpton Seafire Resort. Reserve your spot today and take advantage of the early bird rates. Sign up at rfceo.ky. rfceo.ky.
Hi, I'm Colin Lumsden, the Georgetown manager and head of the Revitalization Initiative. Our capital city is the heart of business activities in the Cayman Islands, and we would like to bring it back as a center of social activities, with street-side cafes, green spaces, improved roads, and proper walkways for interconnectivity. The new cruise and cargo port is part of the plan and will allow for operators to meet passengers dockside with less lines and overcrowding. Cargo operations will be less intrusive. There will be pedestrianized areas for people to safely walk, shop, and dine. Modernizing the cruise and cargo port is a key element in the efforts to revitalizing our capital city.
If your 2019 resolutions include clear and healthy skin, then ask the pharmacist at Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor about Proactive and X-Out skincare products. Get your best blemish-free skin ever with dermatologist-developed Proactive. X-Out is a revolutionary doctor-developed acne treatment designed just for teens. This one-step face cleanser works 3 ways to clear up acne. Ask the pharmacist at the Healthcare Pharmacy in Grand Harbor for advice on Proactive and X-Out. 2019 will be your year of clear and healthy skin. Healthcare Pharmacy, Grand Harbor.
In local sports, the annual Cross Island Relay, sponsored by Fidelity, organized by the Cayman Hash House Harriers, is Sunday, February 3rd at 6 a.m. at Gun Bay and East End. Mandatory packet pickup and a chance for late registration will be held from noon to 4 at Cayman Bay on Saturday near the observation tower. A representative from all teams must come to packet pickup to collect race numbers, which will be distributed to each team member. No packet pickup or number collection on race day. You can register online for the Cross Island Relay at caymanactive.com/registrations. In international sports and tennis news, Britain's former world number 1 Andy Murray had hip resurfacing surgery in London on Monday. The 31-year-old 3-time Grand Slam champion announced in January he would retire this year, preferably after Wimbledon. But he admitted the Australian Open, where he lost to Roberto Bautista Agut in the first round, could be the final tournament of his career. The Scots post on Instagram featured an X-ray picture of his hip. Murray initially had surgery on his right hip in January 2018 and has played 15 matches since returning to the sport last June. He was due to play in February's Marseille Open, but withdrew from the tournament on Friday.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment.
Oh gosh.
Don't let the stress of taking care of loved ones get you down.
Home care, now made easier with Cayman Medical Supplies. 100% Caymanian owned. Cayman Medical Supplies now stocks a wide range of home care supplies. Hospital beds, all types of wheelchairs, including beach access wheelchairs, lifts, commodes, shower chairs, walkers, Curad brand orthopedic supplies. Free blood glucose monitors with the purchase of 1 pack of test strips, blue underpads, and a whole lot more.
Need home care convenience? Drop by Cayman Medical Supplies at 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, or call 949-6211. Free delivery.
Good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 78. Relative humidity is 83%. Barometric pressure 29.96 inches and rising. The wind is out of the northeast at 9 knots. Overnight low temperature was 73. Synopsis indicate moderate to fresh winds along with moderate to rough seas expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours in association with a high-pressure system over the northeast Gulf of Mexico. Radar images show isolated showers around the Cayman area. Now, the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of morning showers, and temperatures will be in the low 80s. You can expect your winds to be north to northeast at 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, and seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Small craft should exercise caution over open water, and tonight mainly fair skies with less than a 20% chance of showers. And temperatures falling to the low 70s tonight. Your winds will be north to northeast, 10 to 15 knots with higher gusts, and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. High tide will be this morning at 8:28, low tide this afternoon at 2:40, and a high tide again tonight at 7:57. The sun will set this evening at 6:15 and will rise tomorrow morning at a minute after 7. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Thursday morning. And let's take a look what's happening traffic-wise. Busy traffic coming from the east on Shamrock Road, just past the Tomlinson roundabout, and also on the Linford-Pearson Highway. Expect some slight delays as you're headed down to Georgetown. Coming off Bobby Thompson Way, traffic is steady. Also on Cool Road, steady traffic. Some sections a little busy. Coming from the Westway 4-way start, light to moderate traffic flow, and traffic flowing moderately on Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue. No issues on Owen Roberts Drive as traffic is light. On the Westway Road in front of the Ritz, traffic moving along light to moderate, and a moderate flow of traffic on North Sound Road. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes after 12. We'll update you traffic-wise.
I've got some beautiful clothes. I know just where they go.
Puritan, now using the most popular and eco-friendly cleaning solvents. Take advantage of our ongoing discounts on all men and women's apparel. Ask about other discounts available in store. 3 convenient locations to serve you: Savannah Countryside, Elgin Avenue, Georgetown, Eastern Avenue, Georgetown. Drive-through, rain or shine. Free pickup and delivery available. Call Puritan Cleaners at 949-7104. You feel good when you look good.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Cayman's Business Buzz.
Good morning and welcome back to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. I'm your host, Sabrina Turner, and in this segment, we put the focus and spotlight on a new restaurant that popped up in central Georgetown called City Walk. Have you heard about it? Have you seen it? Have you been? Well, I haven't. I'm pleased to have joining me by phone this morning owner Miss Imelda. She's also brought in studio sous chef Mr. Elvin, line cooks Harold, Michael, and Rustler. And we're going to hear more about this new restaurant that's located right there in Anderson Square building in the heart of Georgetown. Good morning and welcome all to our show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Imelda, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can. Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, Imelda. It's a pleasure to have you joining us, and thank you for allowing us to put the spotlight on your new project in the restaurant called City Walk. Now, can you tell us, how did this name come about?
City Walk, when it first started, correct, we looked around the heart of Cayman Islands and realized that the city really is in Georgetown, the heart of Georgetown. And so thus came the word city, as in the heart of Georgetown, city, and walk, as a walking distance, but spelled walk as the Chinese walk. So we're in the Cayman, people that works there can just walk to it. So it became City Walk.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is City Walk's goal as a small restaurant? What was the whole goal behind it?
The goal really is to give customers and offer good food, right, and really to make customers happy. Where in Cayman Islands, where island life is more relaxed than city life, where I came from, we believe that great Asian food can be a wonderful reason to get together at City Walk, by providing great food, affordable prices, and great ambience.
Well, now that you've gone into ambiance, can you tell us a little bit about the atmosphere of City Walk for when customers walk into those doors? What can they expect?
I wanted them to experience something totally different from what I've experienced all my life when I walk in a Chinese restaurant takeout. Growing up in the U.S., you walk in, you'll find 2 tables, and you're either forced to sit in the table or go and hang out in the car while you wait for your pickup food. And I wanted to give them something different in Cayman, where us relaxed as the island with a beautiful ocean. I wanted to have people walk in there, something modern, something trendy, but then in the same token, relax. You can walk in with a guinea tea and flip-flops if you like, and stay, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit now to the chefs that are joining me in studio. Share with us some details regarding your cooking background. Let's start with Elvin, who's the sous chef.
Okay. I am working in a hotel for more than 20 years. And then I'm also master in Western cooking and Asian cooking, mostly in Chinese and Filipino cuisine.
Okay. Harold, who's one of the line cooks that are joining us.
Yes, 5 years. I'm cooking Chinese cuisine for 5 years, 6 years for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Asian modern cuisine as well. Yeah, that's it.
And Michael, what do you bring to the table as another line cook?
I'm the one who's in charge with the Japanese food.
Mm-hmm.
About 15 years experience with that, and also Chinese and Filipino food as well.
And Mr. Perez, Russell Perez.
My first experience in Chinese cooking in Chinatown, in Manila, Philippines, and I worked there for 5 years. And I transferred to Cebu, and another big restaurant in Asia. It's a White Gold House restaurant for 2.5 years, and 18 years in Shangri-La Hotel in Chinese cookery.
So when you all put all of your talents, specializing pretty much in different styles, but bottom line, it's the same Asian flair. What do you most find? What is most passionate about when you cook? What do you find most passionate?
For me, because my strength is in a wok. My passion, I focus my my work on more on wok, and that is my strength, and I feel so happy when I doing it. So it is my passion to cook in a wok, and when I see the wok, yeah, I'm happy to cook again and to come back again in my strength. That is my passion.
Right.
Me as a chef, I love and enjoying creating the foods, creating the menu every day in the restaurant. That's right.
Yeah, working with my fellow Filipino specialists in cooking Chinese and Asian, that's a big yes for me.
Now, do you think people pretty much confuse all Asian food, understanding that there's Japanese, Filipino for Chinese?
Yeah,
you just call it all Chinese food.
But yeah,
there's a difference.
All Asian foods, but different countries, but the different way of cooking, methods of cooking.
Maybe ingredients as well.
One of it, ingredients as well, and then mostly Japanese cook with a rice, like a sushi. And Filipino is braising, like the kare-kare, braised on the sauce, seasoned.
Stir-fry.
And the Chinese is stir-fry, more on stir-fry, with mostly vegetables in the Szechuan cooking. That's
so I'm going to throw this out there now. For someone who's watching The Waste, is it Chinese, Filipino, or Asian would be the most healthiest? I hear stir-fry and people tend to run from that. I'm deliberately doing this one. Which one would be the one of choice? Chinese, Japanese, Filipino?
For the healthy one, I think I prefer the Chinese. Even though I'm Filipino.
Even I am Filipino, but I choose Chinese with the healthiest
Really?
foods. Yeah, because we are cooking more on vegetables.
Vegetables. You're focusing on vegetables.
Freshly cooked.
It's amazing. You should see the looks on their face, which you can if you're streaming us live on YouTube. But we're putting the spotlight on City Walk. That's a brand new restaurant just opened in Central, in the heart of Georgetown, right there in Anderson Square. Do you offer delivery service?
Yeah, actually we do, but around Georgetown it's free of charge, but the rest of the cities out there we do certain charges like $3 Prospect area.
West Bay $5. The
West Bay
minimum
$5 and
Right.
South Sound will be $3.
Okay. So, Imelda, how has this been? How has the experience been with operating your business? How has it taken off? As an owner, I know you must have been nervous.
Overwhelmed, actually. Nervous, no, because it's something that I wanted to do because I wanted to have fun with it, you know, and so, but more overwhelmed because we didn't expect it to take off the way it did. And currently, we've not. Yes, we're only in our phase one was mostly on operations. We were focused on that and quality of food and making customers happy. We are now in phase two, which is marketing.
Right. And what a better way to go. I mean, are you right now on social media of any sort? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter? Do you have any social media platforms?
We have, like I said, we're in phase two with marketing.
Okay.
So we've not gone on social media, but we have started an online. We have a website, which is city.walk.ky, and we're going to be starting online ordering pretty soon in a week or so.
Okay. In your opinion, what is different about City Walk? What gives you your own niche? What makes you unique? What makes you stand out?
I think it's the modern, trendy, and very small, casual style that we offer with really, really, we offer the really hot food and very reasonable price. And I think that's what makes us stand out in Cayman Islands.
Are reservations necessary for City Walk, or can persons just walk in?
Because we're casual, they can just walk in.
Okay. Yeah. What are your hours of operations, Imelda?
Monday through Friday, we are open 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. And Saturday and Sunday, we are open 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay. That's all. You're hearing all about City Walk and Asian food, and we're talking about the different types of food that you can get right here today. Central Georgetown, in the heart of Georgetown, in Anderson Square building at City Walk. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll hear a little bit more from the line cooks that are in studio telling us about their accomplishments in their career, advice and tips for students, and we'll even hear some tips for entrepreneurs from Imelda's perspective.
You may have heard of them by now. GreenTurtle.ky, a one-stop shop for your mobile needs, whether shopping for a new phone or topping up a loved one. It's time to hop aboard the Green Turtle Express. From 24-hour delivery in Grand Cayman to sending credit worldwide, GreenTurtle.ky is the future of mobile. Take a ride on the Green Turtle Express today. GreenTurtle.ky. They get there first.
Kirk Freeport is inviting local customers to view the highly exclusive Patek Philippe one-of-a-kind unique traveling collection of watches. The collection will be in Grand Cayman for just 1 week before it's whisked off to its next destination, and features a collection of unique, rare timepieces from the last family-owned Genevan luxury watch manufacturer. Visit Kirk Freeport's Bayshore Mall location between Friday the 25th and Thursday the 31st of January to view the Patek Philippe traveling collection in Cayman for 1 week only. Visit KirkFreeport.com for more information.
We are Radio Cayman, and this is how we wake you up in the morning. Praise time. Praise time on Radio Cayman.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I'm gonna walk 'cause I know my Jesus answers all my prayers.
Praise time. Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Praise time. There's nothing to go back to. Give me Jesus in the morning. For the God of the mountain is still God in the valley.
Shout with joy to God, all the earth sing glory to His name. Praise time. Praise time.
Jesus in the morning, yeah.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz as we keep the spotlight on City Walk, offering excellent tasting Asian food, namely Chinese, Japanese, and Filipino, with very, very affordable prices, located right there in Anderson Square Building in the heart of central Georgetown. Joining me by telephone is owner Miss Imelda, and we have pretty much everyone from the kitchen right now in here. Thank God they open around 10 o'clock. The only thing they were missing is a wok and a stove. I am just disappointed that something is not set up in the middle of this studio this morning with that nice fragrance of ginger and all of that rice wine and all the kind of wine that you cook with. See? I know what I'm talking about. Now, gentlemen, Imelda, let me put it on you, over to you first. What advice or tips at all would you share with someone who may be aspiring to go down that road as an entrepreneur and be the owner of a restaurant?
I would have to say,
what are some of the things that you know really you had to consider? It's one thing of having the imagination, the dream, but then there are other things that hit you that
hard
you
work, actually.
Right.
Being able to work really hard, as well as trust the people that are helping you out. This way, everyone can do and focus their specialty.
Mm-hmm.
There's a saying, do what you love and the money follows. And that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the rest I had to learn, hard work and trusting.
Right.
And everything flows if you have that.
And let's talk to our sous chef, Mr. Elvin. What tips would you offer young people who would be, an aspiring chef, line cook, something of that sort?
Okay, maybe they improve their knowledge about the food costing. That's the most important in the kitchen. Control the spoilage. The hard work also is, we consider that.
Now, I'm seeing 3 line cooks and 1 sous chef. For those who have no clue, you just in the back cooking the food. Who's most senior here? Is it the sous chef or the line? So he's the big boy in the back.
Yeah.
So how do you all play on each other when it comes to respect and understanding that you're in a small space working together, but all for the common good?
Teamwork.
First teamwork. But for us, because City Walk has a standard sit up or sitting of everything in the kitchen. So whatever the decisions, the suggestions of the chef, we have to, the sous chef, we have to follow it and we have to do it to delight the customers.
Excellent.
And also, we have also our own ideas, every chefs, the line cook, and we're just sharing our ideas and knowledge, skills about cooking.
What I'm going to deliberately ask if each of you have your own signature dish that it just brings something up in your soul when someone orders that specific dish and I got this because this is my favorite. Is there any, I'll ask you individually, do you have a signature dish that you always enjoy preparing?
We have. First is our chef, of course. City Walk, we have a special or signature dishes on the menu.
But which one do you like to prepare the most?
For me, is because my strength is Chinese, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Filipino food is also there. So for me, it's the what is the pata?
Pork cup, crispy pork.
The crispy pork pata with dip in a crispy pork pata with a vinegar and a little bit spicy. Yeah. Ginger. It's for me. That's a very, very nice for me.
Okay, let's hear about. Is it Harold?
Yeah, for me, the Chinese stir fry vegetable with tofu. It's a vegetarian.
That sounds delicious.
With stir fry with brown sauce, and if they want, they can put spice on it. We use the locally grown Scotch bonnet from the island.
Okay,
that's great.
For me, it's the teriyaki. I'm the one in charge of the Japanese, so
teriyaki. Yeah. Imelda, how important is menu creation, and how closely do you work with your sous chef and the line cooks so that your menus are constantly refreshing and, there's always something new that you can find? How important is menu development?
It is very, very important to us, and we've actually already tailored it to what is more popular. We've noticed that our honey garlic chicken and our sweet and sour chicken are very, very popular. So a lot of our chicken also that are with brown sauce are very, very popular. And so we've tailored the menu, and we actually redid it 3 weeks into the business opening, because immediately there was just it showed which one. So which one is very popular. So it's very important for us to cater into the customers' demand when it comes to the menu.
Right. Do you feel that location is key? People say that
Definitely.
Georgetown dies after 5. You took a bold step and you went and opened a restaurant there. What have you seen business like? What has been your numbers for the short time that you're open, even after 5?
It's actually amazing, because our numbers during the day, the night actually almost catches up equal to the day.
Wow.
When it comes to the numbers, yes, it's really amazing. We get a lot of pickups at night. The delivery we're still working on, and obviously 7 Mile Beach is free delivery. That's part of what we can offer the customers. And Central is free. The rest are $3 and $5 in West Bay. But there's lots of pickups at night, and a lot of dine-in as well. The people that live in Georgetown are walking in the restaurant.
Now, we understand the importance of price and service. In your opinion, do they matter, and why, Imelda?
Definitely. I think price and service matters. Price because, you want repeated customers. You want regulars. You don't want to just serve one awesome food and never see them again because the price is high, right? Service. So that's why we have our lunch combinations during the lunch, which is very, very reasonable. You get free soup and free white rice, and yet the quality is still good, and it's hot and fresh, and the price is reasonable. For service, definitely, price and service comes hand in hand. The friendly atmosphere can relax people, especially there where people are working 9 to 5, and they just want to quickly get out. It's very important, yeah.
So if someone right now says, you took a big risk because you opened up in Georgetown, you will say you're wrong.
I would say they are wrong.
And life,
from our end, anyway.
Yes, life is coming back to Central Georgetown. And City Walk is the proven fact of that. It doesn't matter. There are business hours again, Imelda.
Sorry?
Your opening hours again?
Yeah. We are open 10 to 11 on the weekdays and 9 to 11 on the weekends.
There we go. That's all about City Walk, located over there in Anderson Building in the heart of Georgetown, serving up tasty Asian food, namely Chinese, Japanese, and Filipino cuisine. I'm pleased to have in studio with me Elvin, who is the sous chef, and he's joined by Harold, Michael, and Resler, line cooks over there, specializing in their own flair. Now, do you all see yourselves, or do you all cater? Do you cater for parties, small events? Is catering available?
Actually, we have a menu, ma'am. Menu good for 15 persons, which is $11 per persons. We have a dine-in. They can consume by family style of service or buffet style of service. Yeah.
Imelda, what would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning?
I would say come by to City Walk for lunch today and try it. Yeah.
And gentlemen, what would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning? Our phone number, we can share the contact details.
Yes, our phone number is for City Walk is if you want to order and you don't have to wait a long time, you can call ahead at 345-947-9965. And online ordering will basically start probably end of next week, right?
Right. Harold, thank you, Imelda. Harold, what would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, and visit us at the City Walk, Anderson Building.
And ask for your favorite dish, which is that tofu stir-fry.
Stir-fry.
How did I remember that?
Yes, well.
Michael, what would you like to leave with our listening audience this morning?
Yeah, we look forward to catering for you guys. Hope you visit us and enjoy the food.
Wrestler.
Yeah, for everyone, try City Walk. And when you open the door, there's a smiling faces there, and hospitality service from the servers, and also the excellent food from the chefs.
Last but certainly not least, who has the final say most of the time? Mr. Elvin, sous chef.
Okay. Come to visit us, City Walk. Experience the good quality of foods in Chinese, and Filipino, and Japanese cuisine. Yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Imelda.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we want you to go over to City Walk, whether you're going to walk it, ride it, or bike it. But you're going to go to City Walk for your lunch, maybe even dinner, because town is still alive. It has been a pleasure bringing you the Business Buzz, and it has been a pleasure putting the spotlight on City Walk. We wish you all success.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We want to thank our proud sponsors. That's greenturtle.ky. Get your new phone at greenturtle.ky. No stress, no fuss at greenturtle.ky. Also brought to you by K-Man Medical Supplies. Give them a call, 949-6211. Congratulations to all of those persons honored and recognized at Hero Day's ceremony yesterday. Again, it has been a excellent long weekend, much more to look forward to, and it's back to the grind. Susan, thank you, our producer, and to you, our loyal listeners, thank you for your continued support. Until Thursday, have a safe and fabulous Tuesday.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Can I send a request, please?
You don't really have to ask us. Just send a request.
This is a shout out to my ex.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Country classics.
Well, I was born to coal miner's daughter.
On the road again. They're gonna put me in the movies.
Papa Top again.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
Well, I love her in
Country classics.
young love, first love.
You never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
If you enjoy classic country music. Come hang out with Radio Cayman this Saturday, 3:30 to 6 p.m.
In the Mississippi cotton picking Delta town.
This Saturday afternoon, following American Country Countdown, 3:30 to 6 on Radio Cayman.
Just walk on by, wait on the corner.
Country classics.
This is the Breakfast Session.
Well, in come the thing them call a broken heart. This blessed love will never part. They don't know it from the start. Me tell them say I'm dirty, yeah. A Sean Paul and Sasha, come sing for them, baby.
Though you make me holler, though you make me sweat, I can't get your tenderness. Still I can't get you off my mind. What is it about you, baby?
I dirty, dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
Well, I'm a hustler and a player, and you know I'm not a stayer. That's a dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
So girl, I try to understand that a man is just a man. That's a dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
That's the loving from the start, but you know we're at the part. That's the way I give my love.
I'm still in love. Yes, I'm still in love.
What a man gotta do, what a man gotta do. Girl, but I never have a promise and I'm bling bling for all a girl. But I just love it when me fling fling control a girl. And I make your head swirl, and I make your body twirl, and I make you wanna be my one and only baby girl. Night after night, make you feel love to keep you warm. Girl, you never get this kind of loving from your bond. I know you want your cat, and me just can't perform.
I love you, baby.
I know you get the little loving of a
You
God.
don't know how to love me.
I know no time for no kissing and chow.
Not even how to kiss me.
I do me take your little advice down.
I don't know why.
Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl.
I love you, baby.
I dirty, dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
Well, I'm a hustler and a player, and you know I'm not a stayer. That's a dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
So girl, can't you understand that a man is just a man? That's a dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
The blessed loving from the start, but you know we're at the part. That's the way I give my love.
I'm still in love. Yes, I'm still in
Yo,
love.
what a man gotta do, what a man gotta do, girl. Hey, I do me give I talk love and say bye, bye, bye. But turn around, she ask a question, why? When me leave in me city, girl, I cry, cry, cry. And it hurts my heart to tell a lie, lie, lie. So don't cry no more, baby girl, for sure. Just remember the good times we had before.
I love you, baby. I'm still in love with you, boy.
Well, I'm a hustler and a player, and you know I'm not a stayer. That's a dirty, dirty love.
I'm still in love with you, boy.
So girl, don't you understand that a man is just a man? That's the way I give my love.
I'm still in love.
Satisfaction is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman. We've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like that?
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
és a mulher mais bela que eu vi. És uma sereia que chama por mim. Morena bonita, vem que eu estou aqui. Pois o meu amor está pronto pra ti. Oh, Isabela, Isabela,
Tu és a dona do meu coração.
oh, Isabela, Isabela,
És o meu sonho, és a minha paixão.
o teu amor é tudo, tudo que eu quero pra mim. É o amor que eu procuro desde que te vi. Nenhuma mulher me deixou assim, tão apaixonado, desesperado. A tua beleza é a minha certeza. Tu és o que eu quero, és tudo pra mim. Oh, Isabela, Isabela,
Tu és a dona do meu coração.
oh, Isabela, Isabela,
És o meu sonho, és a minha paixão.
oh, Isabela, Isabela,
Tu és a dona do meu coração.
Isabela,
És o meu sonho, és a minha paixão. Isabela, Isabela,
nenhuma mulher me deixou assim, tão apaixonado, desesperado. A tua beleza é a minha certeza. Tu és o que eu quero, és tudo pra mim.
Isabela, da morena, mas tão bela, e a sereia. Isabela, da morena, mas tão bela, e a sereia. Isabela, Isabela, mas tão bela, Isabela, mas tão bela, mas tão bela, sereia. Isabela,
Isabela,
mas tão bela, da morena. Isabela, mas tão bela, mas tão
na 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 na. I'm not leaving, that's impossible to do. 'Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. Come on. I don't know what to do, so I'm pleading. Plus you ain't give me no reason. You tell me this is the end of the season. Mash up everything, dress so. But you don't understand when you watch me. I said that's with that guy win the lottery. How you go pick up just so and then dump me? No, baby, no. But your back on me clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You tell me get out your place to come inside. matter what I say, you were hearing. You said the love disappearing. On my drawer and cupboard you're clearing. Mash up within dress, so when I met you, Marshall tell me, hey, that is a trophy. So if you throw away the thing, it go hurt me. No, baby, no. But you pack on my clothes in a garbage bag. You put it on the ground by the roadside. You turn the cat out your place to come inside. Baby, don't do me that. You go break my heart. Can't believe you're ready to give up on me just so. Cause if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me. You done hooked me already. Could it be your cute pretty face? Could it be the oil in your waist? Make me feel like I had to chase you. Hook me already. Girl, you're smart, you know how to spend. Where you take care of the children. This should never end. But if you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be cooking the way you do. You can't be hooking me. If you want me to go, you can't be looking the way you do. You can't be walking the way you do. Because you're hooking me.
Cayman's newsroom. These are the biggest stories right now.
For the first time in its 115-year history, the Cayman Islands Registry ended 2018 with more than 2,200 vessels registered. That includes almost 1,900 pleasure vessels and about 320 commercial vessels. At the end of the year, the register totaled 5.6 million gross tons, another first in the registry's history. UK Prime Minister Theresa May has said she will talk to the European Union later about reopening negotiations on how the UK leaves the bloc on March 29th. She's expected to have phone calls with key EU leaders throughout the day ahead of a series of Commons votes over the future direction of Brexit. The EU has ruled out making changes to the legal text agreed with the UK PM. And Apple has acknowledged a flaw in its FaceTime software that allowed for a brief eavesdropping event, even if the recipient did not pick up. In some cases, the target iPhone could send video without the receiver's knowledge. The company said it had developed a fix and an update would be rolled out this week. In the meantime, Apple's status page shows that it has disabled the ability for users to make group calls on FaceTime. Those are your headlines. I'm Carsley Fuller.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
lips are sealed. Boy, I see that boy. I can't tell you nothing about that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody, come on. What happens in the party? Oh yeah. What happens in the party? Come on. So anything that you see, oh yeah, please don't run tell nobody. My lips are sealed. It's time to get on and let yourself go. Do what you want, nobody will know. Your secret is safe with